It's a Windows issues, improv, no script, no rehearsal, no plan. Bring your Windows computer troubles for the crew to blow smoke or ideas your way. Amp up your problem solving skills with us.
Good morning. It is 9 a.m. and 29 seconds, June 28th, 2024. And a Friday morning, I have the redirect set up to go to Kerry Holzman. I have just pressed the button for StreamerBot to wake him up. Him or her. I don't know if StreamerBot is male or female. Doesn't really matter, Doug. Get over it. Alice. First again, do I win a prize? Yes, 33,016 points awarded to Alice Jones for being the first chat comment today. She says, thank you. Cesar Montero. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Ran Israel. Hello. Brian Lightfoot. When I was a small boy, I had a name dog taxed. I had a dog named Tax. I'd open the door and income tax. That very same year, I had a bird called Enza. I opened the window and influenza. Well then, Brian. Let's see. I gotta be practicing these buttons. So there, yeah. I need one that's actually laughing, not way to go. Congratulations. Whatever that one is. Hello to all you living creatures from Brian. Let's see what's going on there. Oh yeah, well I gotta let you see Stormy. I heard that she was present. A little thunder told me, not a little birdie. Looks like that was Brian Lightfoot that brought the storm. Bringing the storm. Seldom Ball, hello. Let's see. I'm skipping along. Let's see. Frosty Winnipeg, I have something for you today. And there, I've caught up. I think I've called out all the names. If I missed somebody's name, it was not intentional. But I think I caught everybody. I'm going to go to chat messages that I had prepared for yesterday, but I didn't cover all of them. I covered some of them. So I'm going to go back and hit the ones that I didn't get. We talked about memberships. We talked about the shorts. Why were we always talking about Ken's shorts? Doesn't he wash them often enough? Second characters. Get to the ones that I had missed. Yeah, the RoboForm. Oh, characters to make the password longer. Will that make it more secure? Yes, it will. Can you have a secure password using only numbers? Well, yeah, sort of. Let's go demonstrate that. How, let's see, oh yeah. How secure is my password using only numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. So instantly a computer can break that. But watch what happens. Add more. 1, 2, 25 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Now we're at 79 years. Well, let's go again. 1. Now we got 700 years. 2, 7,000 years. 3, 79,000 years. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 700 billion years. So in response to the question, more characters to make the password longer, will that make it more secure? Yes, it will. Now, somebody's watching over your shoulder and they see you going down the numbers like that, and they can tell you did it 4 times or 3 times. I don't know how many that was. They can figure out your password from that. But for a computer to programmatically figure out what your password is, adding more characters is definitely the way to go. Now, what happens? Let's go do this a little bit different. If we come back here to this, Control A to select all of that, and a delete key to get rid of all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Instantly, what happens if I add a letter, lowercase a, 1 month, Uppercase A, 2,000 years. How did it go from 1 month to 2,000 years just by doing a capital letter? Now, how about we add a dollar symbol? 2,000,000 years. So it's a whole lot easier if you want to make a complicated password hard to crack, to simply have at least one lowercase, at least one uppercase, at least one symbol, at least one number. Lundog says, cool, it was more of an exercise in remembrance. Yeah, I'll remembrance you. I don't know what that means. And I did watch Steve Gibson's show from this week about the 2015. Prior to that, RoboForm was simply using a Unix date, less a fixed amount. Yeah, it's crazy. What was called PRNG, praying, pseudo random number generator. And the way they came up with random is that they're using the clock, date, and time so that it's a different password than was previously created. And then subtracting a fixed amount, that was, yeah, that's like shocking. Somebody got their cryptocurrency account recovered due to that, and somebody successfully cracking a randomly generated password prior to 2015. Now the catch is you have to have somewhat of a reasonable approximation of when that password was created by the RoboForm random password creator. They gave it a few months, I think about 3 months or so. And that means the computer went through all the seconds over that 3-month period and recalculated what the random password generator would have calculated with any RoboForm prior to 2015. Well, I think they had it pinned down to a particular version. So it's still challenging. Brian Lightfoot can crack that password in 2 minutes. 2 notes. Oh, 2 notes. that's this. I recognize that song, In 2 Notes. He's coming up with a prior game. Now, then also mentally how you think about hacking into a router. What does that really mean? Does that mean I'm trying to get your password by hacking it so I can discover it, getting the password, or is there another method of bypass? Yeah, using vulnerabilities. If the router has some form of security vulnerability and a person uses that to hack into the password, that would also still be calling hacking. You don't have to be getting at a router by virtue of a password to call it hacking. Foster Winnipeg, here's the one that I promised for you. He asked a couple days ago, have I seen Cabin in the Woods? Well, that prompted me to go do a Google search. Where can I, well, first a trailer. I watched a trailer, and I actually exposed that yesterday when I pulled up one of my browser tabs. You saw that it was on a trailer for Cabin in the Woods. Because yes, I watched the trailer, and it had some stuff about not a virtual reality, not an artificial reality, but about a scientifically manipulated reality. I'll call it that. Science fiction manipulated reality. That intrigued me. So I rented the movie from Amazon Prime. It was available for under $3. And I watched that. Give it one of these. No, I did a thumbs down. I don't know if Frosty was actually recommending the movie. I think it was because of my being up the cabin in the woods on Tuesday. No, I don't. It's not the weird monsters and stuff. Although those don't appeal to me, but they didn't really go deep enough into the science fiction manipulated reality. That's not really what the story was about. So, nah, thumbs down. But thanks. I don't know if you were actually recommending it or just asking if I'd seen it because of the connection with The cabin in the woods that I was at. Okay, now I got to move on. Move along, Doug. Get over that. Get over that. Let's see. From yesterday, Danielle Emberly in chat asks, anyone having difficulty with computer sound pops more with YouTube? Sound is similar. What if you hear if you turn a mixer off and power amp? I'll come back to that. This one from Alice after dealing with the sound issue. There's a lot of conversation back and forth about it yesterday. And let's see, do I have, no, I didn't save that. The digital sound, some of you have seen that on sound cards or even on motherboards. It kind of has a kind of a square boxy shape, kind of like the USB-B port that connects to some, no, that one doesn't do it. But anyway, it's a port that most of us never use. She's hearing pops through that. So the thing I wanted to add to that was just troubleshooting
said
thoughts.
It was just a throw out since you were in the woods yourself.
Yeah,
My
okay.
bad.
Not that you really liked that movie.
Ren Israel said Toslink optical digital audio.
Toslink optical digital audio. Yeah, are you giving me the link? Because I would, what I was gonna do. Let's see, TOS motherboard. Where did I see it? Oh, there was some kind of a quick, easy search that. Oh boy. All right, I'll go do it this way. I'll go bring up Amazon Toslink digital audio. I'm just all over the place with. It's not hard to come up with a image of what this looks like. I want to look at it on the motherboard side. I did it through Amazon so easily. Let's do it this way. Search for motherboard, motherboard with digital audio. I could have done this so much easier. And I kind of poked around a little bit. Oh, I think she actually gave us her motherboard at one point. And not all of them give a good display of the panel. Yeah, let's see. Nope, it's not there, is it? Yeah, it is. There's this port right here, but that's not a very recognizable. One. Yeah.
Ren Israel said search for Toslink on images.google.com.
Okay. There's one there. That's still not as good. So let's see. He said Toslink. Toslink on images. So I'll just do Toslink and then switch to images here. These are what the cables look like. I want to show the port on a I/O panel because some people have seen that and perhaps not known. These are the cables that you would use to plug into it. Toslink port on motherboard. How about that? Or you may have seen it on a graphics adapter. Here, this is what I was wanting to see because I think some people have perhaps seen that on motherboards, and there's one there. All right, enough of that. Move along, Doug. But what I wanted to get to was troubleshooting techniques, meaning swap things over. You've got a video that you're getting those popping sounds on YouTube. Go back and replay that same portion of the video. Does it happen in the same parts? Probably not. Plug in normal speakers to your motherboard audio ports. Do you hear the same thing? Probably not. With your digital cables, wiggle the cables. Just manipulate the cables. See if you can make the sound happen. Swap out other cables. If you have some old digital audio equipment that you can connect, try connecting the old equipment. Does it perform the same way? Can you take your digital audio equipment to somebody else's computer if they have that digital audio out port on their motherboard? Try connecting to that. So just swapping things around, doing something different to narrow down which component is actually causing the problem. Now, the way you're describing popping sounds, oh, I've had popping sounds coming usually at somewhere in hardware, something about hardware. Even just if, let's see, are you using the digital? You were talking about maybe getting a sound card so that you have a different digital audio port. So that implies you're using the digital audio port of your motherboard.
LJ said, C-chat, please.
C-chat, please. All right, let's stop rambling, Doug, because maybe there's some answer here already. Could it be YouTube? Could it be YouTube? Let's see what we're going on here. YouTube for Android TV now receiving stable volume feature. Stable is this just a quick search result, Alice, or do you have a reason to really think that is what's going on? Could it be YouTube? Regarding the popping, stable volume is a feature designed. So far, I'm not really thinking. This sounds like something that's designed for Android TV to be able to level out the volume. You go from one YouTube video to another and you get different volume levels because the content creator is created with a different volume level, and so this is designed to stabilize that. I don't think that would do the anything with the popping feature. Am I missing something about why you're suggesting that? Yeah, the B550 Tomahawk motherboard. Somewhere I saw that previously.
LJ said because it's switched on automatically and on desktop. It's recent.
Yeah, here's the motherboard, and so she's using the digital audio out on this panel, this one right here, the SPDIF out. SPDIF. No, Doug, you're not supposed to pronounce that. And what was this other one? Because it's switched on automatic and on desktop, it's recent. For this thing here, I'm not quite. Is this in relation to Danielle's issue, or was this some other conversation going on? I'm not quite catching a connection there. Wintermute says, check out Christopher Nolan movies, Memento, The Prestige, Inception, etc. if you like science fiction manipulated reality. Yeah, I think I have seen Inception. I don't recognize these two names, but the problem with me and movie names is I could easily go watch those movies.
Stable volume.
Stable volume. I'm sorry, that's still, I don't know why is this, you think this is related to Danielle's issue? And I'm not following why you're bringing that out. Yeah, I can go watch a movie and I can watch the first few minutes of the movie and recognize that I've seen it before, or I can watch the first hour of the movie and then say, hey, wait a minute, I think I've seen this before. Let's see, here's Londog. Stabilizing volume does not resolve pops. Yeah, I wouldn't think that would fix it. And so she's saying she thought it might. So she did think that might be applicable to Danielle's situation, and I don't think so either. Going back to things that I had lined up. Ida Rivera, hello, I've won memberships in 4 different channels. Seems strange to me. And one channel in particular, I've won it 3 times. I have a premium membership to YouTube. Maybe it's that. I did a little searching for that this morning, and it does not look to me that having a premium membership makes you more likely to receive membership gifts. However, there is something about you have to enable receiving gifted memberships on your channel. I did some searching around for that. I couldn't find the place to do it. I found some instructions where to do it, but they didn't take me there. So I don't quite figure that out. Now, I think it may be the case. Ida Rivera and others who are interested in this gifting membership things, I think it may be the case. We already know that it is, you have to be subscribed to a channel before you can receive the gift. But if a small number of people have turned on the ability to receive gifted memberships, and it's a small channel that doesn't have a whole lot of subscribers who are not yet members, that it may be the case that just you have a high chance of receiving gifted memberships when they are gifted, because there aren't many people who are qualified to receive them that are going to receive them. Now, you don't have to be present to win if you're a subscriber and you have that feature turned on, wherever the heck that is, to receive gifted memberships. You don't have to be watching when that happens. And I think I even have that one still up on one of my tabs here. No, it's not there. Was it over here? Yeah, YouTube Premium does not include channel memberships as a benefit. Just create. Don't see ads. No, that wasn't it. Somewhere I came across the confirmation that you don't have to be present to win, and you will receive an email letting you know that you have been gifted a membership. All right. Just glancing over stuff here. Low cost item to experiment with, did not order yet. So she's contemplating ordering this. Now, this was another idea. Order something that you can return as a troubleshooting element. So this is an external adapter that would connect to a USB Type-C port. There's a headphone jack, power LED, and so Prime free returns. I have Prime. I don't know if you have to have Prime to be able to return that, but Prime makes it so easy. So it just doesn't cost you anything at all to order that. Try it, see if you still get the popping, whether you do or not. If you want to keep it, fine. If you don't want to keep it, then you've proven that it is your, I think she's using currently an external, no, she's not. She's using the motherboard digital audio out. So that would imply that it is the motherboard, but then could it be the motherboard or could it be a driver? Could it be a conflict with something else on her computer? Of course, try wiggling that while you're playing a video, wiggling the connection into your motherboard, see if that has any impact on the sound. So yeah, that's a great troubleshooting approach. Let's go back to, what do I have next? So we talked about that. So I don't find that strange at all. I think it's probably because those are low subscribed channels, or among the subscribers there aren't many of them that have gifting allowed. Now, when I was searching around for allowing gifts, a lot of the search results I was seeing says go to the channel and you choose something on the channel saying that you want to be able to receive gifted memberships from that channel. But I just feel certain in the past I've seen a way in your own channel settings to allow gifting from any channel. And I have not done extensive looking for that. So I just put that out there, see if somebody can find where that is. So digital output, yeah. So I'm not going to read out loud all the detailed comments about this, but there's a lot of other conversation going on about it. And Daniel says it is intermittent, can run for an hour or more sometimes without a problem. And that's what really takes my focus to something to do with hardware. When I find intermittent problems, that seems to me more commonly hardware. If there's a driver problem, that's more likely going to be fairly consistent in my experience. And when it's intermittent, it can run an hour or more for sometimes without a problem. But if you watch multiple hours worth, what is the longest amount of time that you can go without running into a problem? Meaning, if you make a change and the pops are not present, how long do you have to wait before you really decide that the problem is resolved? And with being intermittent, can you ever really be sure? It just, and if you can find anything you can do to make the symptom consistent, that's a really good advance in your troubleshooting efforts. Difficulty, let's see. Brian, Ken and I both had difficulty in ULUI, what was clearly a 1 minute video in portrait, upload. What was clearly a 1 minute video in portrait mode. YouTube wanted to make it a regular video, add short to the title, and it's okay. Yeah, that one that Ken had broken up into 2 sections, he said it was a minute and 3 seconds originally, something like that. And I think if you upload a video that your computer tells you is 1 minute, I have seen many times where YouTube rounds that up because maybe it was 1 minute and a quarter of a second, and YouTube will round that up. So you got to look at the length after it's uploaded. What does YouTube say the length is? And that video that Ken had, that was a minute and 3 seconds. Seems to me, rather than splitting it up, why not just edit out or speed up a 5-second section to make that 5-second section actually take only 2 seconds. And that's going to make the video shorter so that you don't have to break it up. Selden Ball commented, Doug's audio had gone very, very low level here, and that happened when I turned over this way to look at do something on Zoom. Right now you recognize that my audio is lower. I can see it lower on the graphic audio analyzer. When I come back here to the microphone, now I'm bouncing into the yellow again. That is a down piece about this microphone. The Yeti was not that sensitive to where I turned my head. And if I go over this way to work on a computer, one way I can use to fix that is I can move the microphone on this hanging boom. I need to not talk while I'm moving the microphone because you can hear me moving it. It's not, this microphone isn't high enough quality so that you don't hear me moving it around. Like some people, you can see them touch the microphone and move it, and you don't hear them doing any of that. Keith explained he moved away from the microphone. Yeah, the audio dropouts yesterday, buffering, and so yesterday I continued on a few minutes. I uploaded that video, that extra few minutes, so it is on my channel now, and I need to, let's see, let's do this. I do have the redirect set up to go to Carrie Holzman's show. If I go over here to content, and the live stream from yesterday, since it had chat involved with it, it takes almost a day for it to become available for me to do an end screen. Now, I wasn't able to do my ending for that one because it cut off. YouTube cut me off at the knees. So what I want to do for that is at the end of that video, I now want to have not a playlist. I don't want it to be a playlist. Let's delete that playlist element, add an element up here in the upper left. I'm going to add a specific video, and I'm going to choose a specific video, and I'm going to choose the part 2 from yesterday, so that now the end of that, where do I put this so it's least obtrusive? It's obtrusive everywhere. I'll put it there because that's just a weird place to put it. And so now when people reach the end of that video, they can see this part B available. They can click on that and they can watch the rest of the show. Now this is going to go for 20 seconds, 35:05 to 35:25. That's 20 seconds. So if I don't want to cover it up for 20 seconds, I can shorten that down so that it's only showing the last 10 seconds, because that's enough. And then save that. Now, interesting thing to me, anyway, when I uploaded that last 3 minutes yesterday, I was immediately able to go add an end screen to it because it was an upload. YouTube did not have to take all that time processing it. So it did include the ending of the show where I do that end screen stuff. Now, it's a weird thing when I come in here. It thinks I'm in here because I want to make changes. I don't want to make changes. I don't want to discard the stuff that's in here, but I'm discarding the changes that I made since I go in here. It's just kind of weird. I'd just rather have an X to exit out of that. Then, what else do I have? I guess I got all of that. Come back here. Now, I know that there's a lot of conversation going in here. Nova, hello, Dougie Poo. How did you know that that has been a nickname that I tend to get? I have received that nickname from different individuals all through my life. Where in the world does that even come from? Let's see. This is part of people's conversations in here. I'll go back and read them later. Nobody has tried to direct my attention. There's no oranges there. I've already seen that orange. Sony Philips digital interface. Sony Philips really got their name in there forever, didn't they? They're the ones that put in that spy, or that, what was that malware on the CDs that if you tried copying a CD, it actually put a boot, not a boot, not a virus so much, but a deep infection on your computer to prevent you from doing copying. What was that called? They got in big trouble for doing that. Somebody's going to put in what that was called. A rootkit. It was a rootkit. Yeah, and Greg M.
Ran Israel said rootkit.
Ran Israel and Greg M. But I genuinely, I got that on my own. I remembered that on my own before I saw it from Greg M. Yeah, it was a rootkit. They got in huge trouble over that long time ago. All right. I had other stuff. Oh, John Williams is not here, but he did send me a question by email. He sent me an email this morning that he wasn't going to be able to be on the show. In fact, he told me in that email that, hey, Doug, it looks like you're not doing a show today. And that was a surprise to me. That told me that I forgot to schedule the show yesterday. And yes, indeed, I did. So I only scheduled the show at about 2 minutes before the notifications were scheduled, would normally go out at 30 minutes prior to the show. So I scheduled it really quick. And that's, Alice got right, man, she just saw it right away. I think she actually did get it from that notification though, didn't she? Because her comment was right at the notification time. I'm going to have a little overtime today. Yeah, 8:30. The notification went out and bam, she was there. But if she tried, so I guess that means nobody saw the trailer this morning because I only scheduled the show at 8:28 my time. Yeah, let's see. There's something else here. Oh yeah, John Williams. This doesn't expose his email address. So John says, I will be getting a new Android phone in the mail in a few days. Will it be difficult to move all my contacts and credentials to the new phone? No, it will not. Thank you very much, John, he says. So yeah, an Android phone, as soon as you sign into your Google account, all your contacts and your calendar and whatever else, your credentials are all in your Google account. You sign into your Google account on the new phone and bam, it's just all there. And I thought about that a little bit because I never have people ask me to help them with their transition to a new Android phone. I do have them asking for a transition to a new iPhone, but only when we have a custom email account that is not associated to their Apple account. iPhones do a wonderful job of transitioning to a new phone, moving everything over that Apple knows how to deal with. Apple does not know how to deal with Microsoft accounts so well. So, John, yeah, I think that'll be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's see, save that one for another day. Yep, that takes care of all of that. Then channel comments, because I intended to go to that first, because I'm a little bit delinquent on channel comments. Alice, regarding the show from a couple days ago,
Ren
says,
Israel said that's assuming the contacts are stored in Google's cloud and not locally on the phone.
yeah, that's true. You could get around that if you have an Android phone and you are all privacy concerned and you're not using the native Google/Android apps and methods, and you've done some extra hoops for your privacy. If you've done that kind of stuff, then you should be up enough on, a person of that caliber should be up enough on understanding what they're doing to know how to transition to a new phone. So good point. Thanks for mentioning that, Ran Israel. Alice said, very interesting show from the show a couple days ago. Thumbs up and heart. Thank you, Alice. Comments are good and helpful to the YouTube algorithm. So I very much like for comments to be given when you choose to, even if you're not asking a question. Ken Stout says, thanks for allowing me to be on the Daily Show. Great follow-up upload as well. And lastly, of course, we didn't know the show had got cut off at the knees. Ken and I were still going. We knew that there were dropped frames, but we did not know that we got cut off at the knees. And lastly, thank you for joining the Yet to Be Determined membership program. Meaning he doesn't have any features in there yet. And I discovered in going back and editing that video that I kind of misrepresented something about the membership features. So I'm going to go back here to Ken's thing and do see perks. And I kind of harangued him a little bit when I said his perks shows up here. That's not really true. The perks are down here. These are perks that are just part of what YouTube has available, meaning the content creator could be doing photos and status updates, early access to new videos. And I was saying when I hide this, it's hiding that information here. No, it's hiding the stuff down below, because I realized what I said yesterday was kind of misleading there. So see, now there's no perks showing below that. Show the perks. The perks show up down here. They don't show up in this section here. So I was just kind of harassing him yesterday, as I am known to do, but it came out kind of misleading. So thumbs up and heart. And how about just a canned response? So he thinks that I'm individually actually typing a reply to him, and I'll reply to that, and then then I show up as a reply. So I'll thumb up Tony's, thumb and Tony and heart Tony's, and I'll thumbs up and heart my own reply, right? And how about Alice? I'll give her a canned response too. So she thinks, although she's watching right now, so am I really pulling the wool over her eyes? She thinks I'm actually typing a reply to her. All right, I think I've covered everything. I'll go back and read through comments afterwards, and I'm just poking through on my other open tabs to see if there was anything else that I wanted to talked about. Oh yeah, here's something else about the gifted memberships. I tried doing this and it didn't seem to work, but I didn't try it far enough. If you're trying to turn on allow gifted memberships, you can add /allow_gifts at the end of the channel URL, and a pop-up box will show up where you can turn on allow gifted memberships. For me to really test that, I need to go to a channel that has memberships that I don't already have a membership. You know what? I think Dennis has turned on memberships again. Let's see. Where do I have? Oh, Fortnite tabs. And then this, I think, is Dennis's channel. So here's his URL. If I add on the individual URL that allow gifts, I don't want double slash, although if you press enter, it'll go. And so does it have, see, there's join, so he does have memberships turned on, but I don't see anything here. I don't see this pop-up box that was supposed to come up. So I'm thinking that is no longer functional. That was only a year ago. Said the option isn't available on channel. Yeah, so I don't know. That doesn't seem to work. All right, that's it. Let's get out of here. Get out of Dodge. Go push, go find the right buttons. You got to move that over to there, then end screen, and then it's going to pop up. Those things get centered. There you go. You can click on that video to see how to get free support through this channel. You can click on this video to see how to get paid support from me directly. Somebody's intentionally doing Victor at this point. Turbocharged. I'm still pointing at the video, and then that last one is a video that YouTube would thinks would be a good next video for you to watch. And Brian, the exclamation mark V is fine.